Hi, my name is Joe Choi. Today, I would like to talk about for the life. Life is fast and has an integral expectancy. We as humans have to be fast as well. You might say, I don't wish to be fast. I want to relax and enjoy. But life would laugh back and remind you that doing so was never an option. In order to survive, we have to be fast, and that is a rule, an obligation, not really an option or a choice that we can make. We have let your life decide your pace and to match up to the expectation. You have decided to be fast, probably even super fast. But is it really our life that has taken control over us, or is it the other way around? Do we not choose our own actions based on our own intentions? Do we not simply imitate and wish to conquer? Do we not wish to be fast? Well, blaming has always been our favorite hobby, and to make matters easy, we have blamed it on our lives. We argue that it is our life that demands us to be always fast, always busy, always worked out. But in reality, it is us who have decided that without such a pace, we would never be a somebody. We would get lost in this crazy maze and become a nobody, and nobody really wants that, right? So to make up things favorable, we decide that we would be busy forever and never stop but keep moving ahead, even if it means to lose out on something. And that's when you don't realize that you're actually getting stressed about the entire fact and you're way too hyper to wrap things up. But that's also when you realize that you have ignored way too much and you're now stressed. And that's an alarming factor. Stress. The word itself sounds so heavy and stressful. We all hear the word stress all the time, but how much do you really know about stress and most importantly, its effect on us? We are being victims of stress, and the saddest part is that we are not doing anything about it. In the haze of achieving everything, we are giving up on the most precious gift that God has blessed us with, life. What is it like really being stressed? It is unnecessary pressure that we put on ourselves because of our unexpected expectation that make us feel worried, nervous, and even fatigued. It is that unnecessary strain which we put on our brain and the body. Did that alarm you? What causes stress, you ask? Well, stress could be because of a number of issues related to performance, expectations, financial problems, health reasons, and person losses like death or monetary. There are a number of symptoms that reflect the status of stress like anxiety, irritation, restlessness, anger for no reason, fatigue, loss of hunger, and negativity. Sounds familiar? Well, we all are victims of such symptoms, and this is affecting us. Without our knowledge, it is slowly consuming us and our sense of peace. It not only affects us physically by giving us a disturbed state of mind and existence, but also shows in negative effects on our mind as well. Kelly Marshbury from the American Institute of Stress point out that most of the major physical disorders like strokes, hy- hypertension, and a weak immune system are related to the stress. Increased levels of stress also contribute to disorders like fatigue, and indigestion. Disorder like Parkinson's disease and are one of the silent factors insomnia. Many of you might be unaware, but stress is a major culprit in causing disturbance in relationship as well. A disturbed body is a storehouse of unhappiness, and this irritation and sadness affects relationships, both personal and professional. Stress also leads to relationship-related disturbance and cause drastic change in reproductivity and normal patterns. Sexual harassment, frequent irritation, personality disorder, reduced work efficiency, having trouble expressing or communicating properly are general symptoms of stress. The silent killer depression also results out of extreme stress and inability to cope with it. People suffering from stress are usually depressed and prefer remaining socially isolated. And if you find that most of these symptoms with you, and it is time you strive for a change. Stress is unwanted, does no good to us, and thus is not really needed. We need to show a little more effort and reduce our stress levels. Don't stress out, relax. Letting go of stress is much easier than you think. All you need is a little motivation and a little more determination. Stress can be easily avoided with a little exercise need, lots of balance, and healthy eating. People take for granted their sleeping hours and do not rest their body sufficiently, and that is not a good news. Another body needs plenty of sleep, at least 7 and 8 hours, and once the body gets its dose of sleep, one would be good to go. However, the most important method of coping with stress suggested by Center for Disease Control and Prevention is sharing of problems, as sharing communicating your issues and causes of stress would help lessen it and find a possible solution as well. Take a good break as you deserve it and don't let the source of stress surround you. Remember that coping with stress does not involve taking a shortcut and indulging in methods that may affect in a negative way in the long run. Lauren A. Green suggests that stress needs to remain free from caffeine and drugs and so smoking. Drinking or taking drugs to relieve stress is a big no. It may give temporary relief, but ultimately it will either create a bad habit or destroy your resistance power. She further suggests that keeping away the negative thoughts and staying far from the source of stress is also important. Avoid comfort food that have high calorie, high sugar, and or high fat levels. Look for some quick tips to cut short on stress. Here are a few simple yet effective tricks that involve no rocket science. Eat well, sleep more, say not negativity, communicate with others, think positive. Take out a little time for yourself and enjoy the things around. Laugh often, enjoy the bliss around them, get amazed by the marvelous things around you. Life is not meant to be lush. It is about enjoying every moment and being grateful for being alive. Don't waste in worrying about things lost. If you cannot change it, then to not regret. And if you can change it, stop regretting and change it. Life is simple, so let's keep it that way. And to end on a positive note, I have a thought I would like to share with you all and want you to believe. As Kelly Clarkson says, God will never give you anything you can't handle. So don't stress. Thank you for listening to my speech.